Hi, I'm very happy to be here. This is my 5th MadCity in the last 9 years. And I'm afraid I'm the only one guy from outside of Europe, right? So you have to go outside anyway. And how does it work? Okay. We have learned a lot about outdoor space during the COVID-19. This is a picture taken in the 2020 near my house. People go for digging shells. It's the only place we could go out. But after it doesn't work. COVID-19, have we changed? What we have learned? That's a question. And that's a challenge we are exploring in Japan, Tokyo. Moving too fast, sorry. No. Oh, we need a technology. Yes. This is a very simple typology of the outdoor space use, not the space itself. Maybe too oversimplified. And in Japan, we tend to talk about active community space with too much emphasis on events. But some people want more, passive personal space for rest. Others want a kind of passive or small community gathering in a tiny place with greens and water, something like that. And others, including me, want to do sports on my own. I'm a tennis player, so I go for the tennis course just between, friend of mine, we play match, that sort of thing. So these are a kind of different types of activity. And when we talk about the outdoor space in Japan, it's a trend to talk about the public-private partnership. We cannot rely only on the government. We ask the private sector, like companies or universities, et cetera, to come together to design and plan and make a management of the space. It has cons and pros. For pros, sorry, I should be positive. It's for finance and quality operation of the place. Of course, the government are serious, but sometimes they are not perfect. But at the same time, we have a challenge. There's a criticism saying it's a privatization of the public space or excluding somebody from one place who cannot afford the event or coffee at the cafe. And some of you might have seen this picture I showed a few years ago. This is from CBD of Shibuya in Tokyo, the busiest intersection of the world in the New Year's Eve day. The same scale, you see the Riga on your left and Tokyo on the right, same scale. And Shibuya CBD is as large as your downtown, actually. But there are some types of outdoor space. For example, this is the observatory deck on the top of a skyscraper. It's fine, but you have to pay a lot to access here to enjoy the view. The another one in Shibuya is the rooftop park on top of the shopping mall. There are Chanel or Gucci underneath of this park. It's nice, but it's kind of luxurious. And another one, this is called park. It looks like a plaza. It's fine. You can sit and rest, and there's a blue bottle coffee, but it's mainly for the workers, not for residents. But this is the first time to talk about the neighborhoods, I think, here. Neighborhoods in Shibuya. It's about 2.5 kilometers away from CBD, where, 884,000 people living there. A lot. And it's one of the most popular living neighborhood in Tokyo. And it's close to the city center, but it has a strong sense of community. Look like this. It's quiet, nice, cozy, friendly, and there are some working places and also good restaurant and cafes. And you feel a strong sense of community with a nice cafe. It's not a Starbucks, it's a local one. I'm sorry, if there is somebody from the Starbucks here. And Even in this good neighborhood, there's a challenge. It's a very popular place for people coming from outside of Tokyo. So half of the residents move out within 5 years. And instead, half of them come newly to Tokyo from somewhere else without knowing anybody. So it looks okay, but there's some social issues like solitude or isolation or actually urban poverty in there. There are many single mothers actually, or empty nesters. Their husbands are always in the office. And there's a project. There's a greenway on top of the culvert. There used to be a very beautiful channel, but now it's like this. It's nice. I like this place pretty much. But it would have been better in the medieval age. It was look like this. It was a channel getting water to Tokyo from the suburban part. And we tried to convey this feeling into the modern setting of living in a neighborhood. And this is a project the city has been seriously working on. It's the Greenway redevelopment. It's as long as 2.6 kilometers, quite long. And it has been designed by the world-renowned architect of Tsuyoshi Tane, who is Japanese but based in Paris, France. He's designing like this. Nice. Like this. Nice. Like this. Nice. But there's a criticism. It looks too commercial. It's a privatization of the public space, or too luxurious, or it could be dusty or noisy or smelly or something like that. How do we respond to this kind of challenge? And the government is not just sitting. They are working on the two types of placemaking. That's what I'm being involved. The first one is the pretty much active placemaking. We bring many community leaders together twice a year in the spring and autumn and have this kind of, kind of community party or gathering. It's nice. The mayor is, saying greeting to everybody, but this is during COVID. And another type of placemaking is more passive, focusing on everyday life. You see what they are doing? It's gardening. It's a community gardening. What is good about gardening is we need to work together, right? We need to harvest and we eat together in the families, and we get our hands dirty. That's the fun part. I think that's very important. It's not just observing or experiencing the place. We are working or communicating with the place. That makes the attitude or the mindset of the people to the outdoor space, truly. And the key findings so far is the people need a social connection because there are many people who have no friends in the area. But when we talk about community, it could be too much. Community by nature is to some extent exclusive. I know this guy, I know this person, I know her, something like that. If you don't know her, how do you relate yourself to that community? So between outdoor space and community space, there should be some sort of the balanced place for people. There should be some sort of the weak social tie, but you shouldn't push too much to get involved in communities. But you can invite him or her, and you can let her or him go if she or he likes. And that kind of a place could be a platform for well-being for citizens, at the same time nurturing the local culture of the neighborhood, and lastly, quietly developing our economy in Tokyo. How? There emerged economic policy linkage between the neighborhoods and CBD. there's a huge developer working on the commercial development in the city, in the CBD, and they are happy to donate some money or profit from the huge skyscraper redevelopment to this greenway redevelopment through the government channel. Why? They get incentive, but at the same time, they were saying that people happily living in this neighborhood might come to the CBD and shop and work, which would justify their redevelopment financially. It makes sense. They care about money, but at the same time, they care about the people. That's a good thing. And last slide. I guess I'm quite exceptional, even in Japan. I like to stay humble, to care about the people who are socially weak, and trying to make our project as inclusive as possible, and trying to see the holistic approach working with developers and government and everybody in the community. Thank you very much.